I told the Lord when I was alone with him during those hours waiting for the surgery and then following, I'm yours. Whatever you choose, I have no idea what will happen as a result of this procedure. The physicians say it's a good risk, but they make no predictions. I didn't know when I'd be back in this pulpit, ministering with you at this church that I love. But I told the Lord, if he has something to tell me, I'm listening. He led me to think about his wake-up calls in the lives of others in the scriptures, which will become my series now for the Sundays ahead of us. Next week will be Joseph. The following week will be Moses. Along the way will be Jabez. And there will be others from the Old Testament. Then we'll get to the New, and there you will find one after another. What looks like at the beginning a tragedy turns out to be God's wake-up call. If the individual would only listen, flex, obey, and remember. I went through the procedure. It was as smooth as anything you could imagine. The anesthesia worked beautifully. There was very little aftermath from that. No, not even nausea. I awoke and my family surrounded me in the recovery room. The next day, I was given another echocardiogram. I asked the physician how the results were. He said, perfect. Perfect. It's working beautifully. I cried. The tears flowed because I realized God was in it all. If I had not fallen, I would not have known. Who knows where they could have happened and where I might have been and what may not have been available that I might have needed. But I was right where I needed to be, right place, right time, right physicians, right hospitals, right tests, right results. God's grace written all over it. Now, you. I speak today, as I will in the Sundays ahead, to individuals who have known heartbreak, difficulties, what we would call tragedies. As Howie Hendricks taught when I sat in the class in 1960, we are all faced with a series of great opportunities, brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. One of the greatest statements I've ever heard or memorized. We are all faced with a series of great opportunities, brilliantly disguised as impossibilities. If you allow that to continue in your mind, it's an impossibility to get past this. You will remain a victim of your situation. You will see the abuse of your past as only a terrible abuse, and you will see yourself a victim for the rest of your life. If you will allow the departure of your mate, leaving you with the children and all the responsibilities, as a source of resentment, you will be resentful the rest of your days. But if you see those things, and I could name a dozen other, which I will in the days ahead, if you see those things as great opportunities that the enemy has disguised as impossibilities, you will change. You will not allow those things to victimize you, to hold you under their thumb, to feel sorry for yourself, to continue to question, in your case, why did I fall? Why did that happen to me? Why did I wind up behind bars? Why did I go through that terrible tragedy? Why did I lose my leg? Why was I in that dreadful automobile crash that took the life of my friend or my father or my brother or sister? If you will see these events as God's wake-up call, it will make all the difference in the world. And you will get beyond them. And you will be amazed how God will use you in the days ahead.